And so got it. All right. So I want to officially welcome in our Facebook audience. By the way, my lighting is probably not so great. We are in Hawks K tonight. And so we are here with Daryl Maria Roberts, Camila Peraza, a number of other people, Mr. David Hart, Mr. Delahart, that have flown in from all over the country to be here at our world tour. I can tell you that this is an unbelievable place. I mean, we are oceanfront. I mean, right outside my balcony. It's dark right now. But I mean, I got this balcony. When you go out there, you can see the big fire pit, the whole swimming pool. You got the ocean just beyond that, all the palm trees. Just the drive to get here, by the way, from Miami to where we are. I mean, that drive alone is a 2-hour drive. And it's all these little islands, that are just south of Miami. And the islands are connected by bridges. There's 43 different bridges you cross. And you have nothing but water on the right and water on the left almost 2 hours while you're driving. And so, I mean, just the drive alone is like, wow, this is an amazing world tour, and we're not even there yet. But tonight, we are going to be unveiling a brand new concept with our trading team. I want to get to, in fact, I'm not going to upload my PowerPoint. I'm just going to kind of skip that aspect of it. I'm going to kind of paint a picture for you guys as far as what we're doing here, and then get this over to our main host for this evening. And that would be Ken from our trading team. We're going to have Kelvin on here too. But these guys, I mean, they've been working unbelievably around the clock to provide this trading platform that's second to none. And when you see our back office, the professionalism we have in our back office, we have a back office that's better than what many pro traders have. We have trade signals where these guys have a history of winning 70% of their trades. They historically have won $3 for every $1 they risk. What does that mean? Well, it means in any given trade, if your downside's $1, your upside is $3. That means you could actually lose 3 trades for every 1 trade you win and still be break even. You could lose 5 trades for every 2 trades you win and actually make money. Well, tonight, they're going to put all of this in a cohesive message, in a cohesive format, step by step, boom, boom, boom. Here's the roadmap. Here are the specific numbers, month 1, month 2, month 3. And by the time we get to month 12, you're going to be going, you have got to be kidding me, right? Who wouldn't do that? And so I think you're going to see some magic tonight. Now, for those of you that are perhaps new, our company is Trevorium. We are now in our 9th year in business. We are debt-free. We're in 63 different countries, beautiful home office, customer service in multiple languages. Travel's been our mainstay for the past 8 years, but our trading division is brand new. And our trading division is turning heads because we've got people who are posting unbelievable, ridiculous results. Now, we always have to say past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Everyone comes to this with a different skill set. Everyone comes to this with a different ability to follow instructions. Everyone comes here with a different, risk tolerance, things of that nature. But our trading has been unbelievable. And tonight, they're going to show you how you can go out there and take it to a whole new level while minimizing any risk. Okay. And I don't want to kind of spoil the whole thing here. I'm going to let Ken kind of outline that for you, that we're trading Forex, which is the single largest financial market in the world. Some people say, well, what is Forex? Well, my wife and I just went to Barcelona, Spain a few weeks ago. When we landed, we traded in our US dollars for the euro. That's known as foreign exchange. That is what Forex stands for. Well, you can do this and make a lot of money because the price between the dollar and the euro, the price between the euro and the peso, the price between the dollar and the Canadian money, the price between the yen and the euro, it's always fluctuating. It's going up, going down. There's these different currency pairs. And for the guys that become pro traders, this becomes fairly predictable. And so they know they have a pretty good idea when it's going up and a pretty good idea when it's going down. And so, hey, buy this at this price and sell this at this price. And again, they win 70% of the time. I mean, that is crazy results that they've been producing. And again, tonight, they're going to show you how to take this even to a whole new level in a way that even if you know nothing about trading, you've never done it before. I mean, you're already over my head the moment you mention trading. Breathe. They're going to show you something that I don't care who you are. You're going to be able to implement this in a way that can create, amazing results for you and your family. So we have Forex. We also have commodities, which is like oil and gold. And then we have cryptocurrency, which has been the most explosive financial market in the world. And so these are the things that we trade. We educate you in these arenas. We have all of the videos, the back office, the daily live sessions where you can get on with the traders and say, hey, what about this? What about that live? twice a day in English, once a day in Spanish, once a day in French. They record all the sessions. Even if you don't make the live, when you get home, you can turn on and rewatch what happened this morning on that particular live. Then more importantly, they send out these trade signals that we get right on our phone. You get this little trade alert. You go to the back office and the guys, they're saying, hey, here's what we are personally going to buy. We're going to go buy this at this price. We're going to sell it at this price. We're going to put our profit loss, stop loss here, take profit here. And you're like, think I'll do the same thing. And if you are emulating, and it's going to help accelerate your learning curve, but emulating their trade moves, I'm telling you, magic has happened for countless people. But tonight, taking it to a whole new level. So what I want to do without any further ado is actually get this Zoom over to our master of ceremonies, the man with the plan, the man who's been cranking out a lot of incredible videos, by the way, that are hilarious. If you've not seen those yet, you soon will. This is him, the guy behind all the funny videos that are coming out. And some of you are like, funny videos? Trust me, you're going to see the videos very, very quickly. You haven't already. And everyone that's seen them, we're like, oh my gosh, that is hilarious, right? And so, but Ken, I am fired up. I know that Daryl Roberts is fired up. I know that all the leaders I talked to tonight about what's about to happen tonight are fired up here at the World Tour. Mr. David Hart and Mr. Della Hart. I mean, David was so excited from what you showed him, with all the slides that you did. So I'm going to turn this over to you to kind of walk people through the simple format of how can I go from something very small with very little risk to something that is just spectacular.
Thank you so much. We are excited to have a chance to share this with people, because there's one thing that's always bothered us, that brand new people, when they're struggling, they don't know what they need to do next. We've been working on a roadmap to help guide people through. We've done it with the education, but now we're going to put together a plan to help people understand how to harness the power and master profitability. And that's not hyperbole. We're going to show you tonight how you can master profitability over time to be consistently profitable. So let me just quickly share with you so you guys can see what the back office looks like. If you're brand new, this is your back office. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time because we do have a tour embedded in the back office that you can watch. But I wanted everybody, if you're a brand new trader, this is your home office. Down here, if you're brand new, the first place you're going to want to go is to the education section. The Getting Started series in here. There's 4 videos. You'll see there's a little number 4 here. There's a playlist format. It'll show you the order in which we're suggesting that you watch these videos. It'll teach you everything you need to know in 10 to 15 minutes to get started risk-free in what's called the demo account. And a demo account just means that in the beginning, you're not trading with real money. You're not using live funds. It's a theoretical model where you can learn and you can make as many mistakes as you want while you're learning, and you're not going to lose any money. And that's going to be a common theme in everything that we're teaching, is how to insulate new people and all traders from risk. This is about taking profits, not losing profits. And so we're going to show you how to insulate yourself from risk. And it starts in a demo account, risk-free. So, all of your getting started for crypto or for Forex, you can find that in here. And then there's even basic trading information. How, what do you need to know before you take the first trade? There's 9 videos there that'll show you everything you need to know to get started. When you're ready to take that first trade, there's another series of videos in there, how to take profits, how to move those stop loss, everything that you need. All you need to do is be able to follow the simple format, 1, 2, 3. The videos are all laid out for you. They take you by the hand and show you on the screen. You want to go over to here. You want to click here, log into this site. This is what you need to do next. It's all laid out so that anybody at any experience level can get started and get started learning to be profitable. If you're brand new and you've got some questions about some of the terminology, you're not familiar with it, we have a fully searchable FAQ section in here so you can be learning as you go. You can actually tune into the live sessions that Todd mentioned here. So, the recorded sessions are in the past live sessions here. And the live sessions, you just click on the button to log into them. So everything's really easy and accessible. And if you maybe only have 10 or 15 minutes and you don't have time for the full session, you can go into the daily videos here, and they're all uploaded in here, and it's more like a market snapshot. But if you're brand new, the education and FAQ section are going to be your best friends when you're getting started, as well as the trade ideas. Everyone gets excited about the trade ideas. You can find them with all the different trading styles that we offer, the strategies. There's price action, smart money, supply and demand, and of course we have the crypto ideas as well. and everything is laid out for you. It's really easy to access in all the different styles. All of these ideas are in here for you. Let me open up one so you can see what they look like. All the information that you would need in order to emulate the moves is all in here. It's going to communicate, and you get it right on your phone. You'll see what the entry price that's being recommended. You'll see where your take profit targets might be, where your stop loss would be. And if you're not familiar with what these terms are, don't worry. We have videos that teach you anatomy of a trade idea and everything that you need to know. And again, because you're starting in a demo account, if you were to put the wrong value in one of your trades, it won't matter because you can't lose money while you're learning in a demo account. So you're protected. And over here, you're going to see that it's got a timeline format of all the updates on the idea so that you're being alerted on your phone when the traders are saying, hey, now's a good time to close some of your position and take a profit. And you can see, here, the first take profit was achieved here. Then there was a suggestion to move stop loss to break even. And these are strategies that you will learn through the videos, but that basically just prevents you from being able to lose money on the trade. And then over here, went to the second take profit before it closed, but all of those alerts are being sent out to you right on your phone. So everything that you ever need is in there for any level of experience. New traders, all you need to do is get into the education system, get yourself through the getting started videos, get yourself set up in about 10 minutes, and you're ready to take advantage. But what I'm really, really excited about tonight is a chance to share with you exactly what a roadmap would look like to be successful, because that's the one thing that no one seems to want to teach in this industry is how do you take that new person and show them what do they need to do, not just to get set up, but what's the strategy so they can win over time. So let me just share with you what the roadmap is so that you too can master profitability. And the very first thing you have to understand is this is about insulating yourself from risk. This is about preserving your capital. Right? We want you to be making money and be profitable, not losing it all on aggressive trading. So one of the next things that you need to start thinking about is don't think about this in terms of weeks, or days. This is something that's like any other investment platform. You want to give yourself time. It's going to take you a little bit of time to learn it, and it takes a little bit of time to really get into the groove with this. So you don't want to have a daily or weekly outlook on this. You want to look at this like any other investment and look at it in the long run. And we're going to show you how you can grow wealth faster without assuming more risk. And you're going to hear me say that a lot tonight because we don't want you to be increasing your risk. We want you to be increasing your profits. So we're going to show you how to do that. But the number one thing you need to do is stay focused. It's not supposed to happen overnight. So, like anything else, it's going to take some time, but our system is actually designed to help you win over time. So the secrets for successful trading. Number one, like we talked about, start with a demo account. You hear us say that an awful lot because that's the best way to learn as a brand new person to protect yourself. Then you need to start mastering the basics of proper risk management. And that's what we're going to talk about today. You don't want to be chasing massive profits on any one trade. You don't want to be getting greedy and letting emotions get in the way. And then we're going to show you the magic of leveraging compounding to really grow your account and your wealth much faster. And again, without increasing your risk. The first thing I want to talk to everyone about, especially brand new people, is there's a misperception out there that you need a massive starting balance. Now, obviously, you can make more money with a larger balance, but not everyone can start with a $10,000 or $20,000 balance, but you don't need to. We're going to show you how even with something more modest, like $500, you can still be profitable. We're going to put together this roadmap and show you how you can actually do that. The first thing that we should tell you is you should never fund your account with money that you can't afford to risk. This shouldn't be your children's dentistry bill money or your grocery money. You need to make sure that this is money that you can afford to risk because there are going to be some losses along the way. I'm going to show you why you shouldn't be worried about that, but we always recommend not, start with a demo account and then fund it with money that you can afford to risk. So it doesn't have to be a massive amount of money. You can make this work with something as little as $500. Now, proper risk management says you should never risk more than 1%, maybe 2% of your account. You don't need to be greedy. You don't need to try and swing for the fences. 1% to 2% is all you need consistently to make this work. So when we're talking to brand new people, whether they're willing to admit it or not, most people are worried they're going to lose their money. If they've never done this before, they're worried they're going to make mistakes and lose money. Well, number one, because you're starting in a demo account, You're making your mistakes in an environment that won't cost you money. But the other thing you have to learn is to put your losses in perspective. Brand new people have a tendency to overreact to losses because we're worried that we're going to make a mistake that's going to cost us our account. So I'm going to show you why you don't need to worry about that. With proper risk management, if you're only risking 1% of a $500 account, then any loss is only $5. You know, the pips that you're seeing transcribed in the trades, that's not equated to money. Your risk is 1% of your account. So that's, for a loss, is only $5. That's like a cup of coffee. You know, most people won't have to sell their home because they lost a couple trades in a row. So if you're worried about losing a few trades, don't be, because if you're not over risking, you can afford to lose a couple trades in a row. You know, in fact, at this point, just to illustrate a point, if in order to blow your account, you literally have to lose 100 straight trades before you could blow your account. So don't worry if you lose a couple before you win a couple. It's okay, because with your risk management strategy, you're protected. So even at 20 trades a month, assuming, we don't lose every one of our trades, but assuming that you lost every single one of your trades, your maximum loss would only be $100. So if you're worried that you're going to lose all your money, with this strategy in place, you're not going to blow your account as long as you're following this discipline. Now that you understand that, the next thing that a brand new trader needs to understand is, you know, risk to reward is not equal. You don't risk $1 to potentially profit by $1. Right? The best trade ideas that we're sending out are delivering more profit potential than risk. A lot of times you're going to risk $1 for the potential to gain $2 to $3. And that means that you only need to win one to negate a couple of bad trades. So you don't actually need to win every single one of your trades to be profitable. You know, you can actually be consistently profitable at a lousy 50% win rate. You know, now we've been averaging about 70%, but you can actually do this with a 50%, and that's essentially a coin toss. And you can still be profitable if you follow this system and your risk management. So the next thing to understand is everything is interconnected. If you have a $500 balance and you're risking 1% and your maximum loss is $5, and out of 1 to 2 risk to reward, your maximum profit would be $10. For every $5 you're risking, you could potentially win $10. You could profit $10. On a 20 trades in a month, at a lousy 50% win rate, you're going to end up with a gain of $50 at the end of the month. You're going to lose 50, you're going to profit 100, and that, you know, when you deduct your losses, you're going to end up with a $50 gain. That is a very ultra conservative model. And again, everything you're going to see tonight, these are math models to teach a concept and a principle. These are not financial guarantees, but I think you're going to get excited when you play the long game with proper risk management, what this can do and what this can mean for your finances. Small, consistent profits over time far outperform aggressive traders that blow their accounts. You know, you don't want to be swinging for the fence on a home run every time. Just get on base, and we're going to show you how to do that. The problem tends to arise when people look at that $50 gain in a month and they think, that's not really going to change my life. You know, we don't get excited necessarily about $50, but you should, and I'm going to show you why. Most people will make the mistake of looking at that and saying, I want to fast track this. I want to make more money. And so they increase their risk. It's the number one mistake that causes people to have poor results or to leave in frustration and to say that's not working for them, is because they changed their strategy and they increased their risk when they shouldn't have. Just simply by increasing your risk to 10% or 20%, you've now taken a $5 loss per trade and you've bumped that up. Now you're losing a maximum of 50 or 100 on a trade. And if you've only got $500 in your account and you're losing $100 on a couple of trades, a minute ago, we were all okay losing a couple trades in a row because it was only $10. But now you've wiped out almost half of your account with a couple of losses. And people tend to overreact and they panic and they pull out after that point, and they've negated any gains they've gotten so far in the month. And they tend to leave before they have a chance to gain it back. And that's the biggest danger when we get excited to think, I want to make more money, I want to make it faster. Increasing the risk has a tendency to have the exact opposite effect. So that's the last thing we ever recommend that you ever do. You want to insulate yourself from risk, not increase it. If you wanted to make money faster and grow your profits faster, you increase the starting balance, not your risk. Now, you can actually do the same results with 1% risk on a $10,000 account. The challenge is not everybody has $10,000 liquid that they can put in to trade with. Remember, you don't want to be trading with money that you can't afford to lose. So I'm not suggesting that you mortgage your house or sell your car or do anything else. I'm suggesting you need a strategy to increase your starting balance. And we're going to show you how to do that. The best tool that you've got is time and the power of compounding. The very first strategy that we recommend on the roadmap for you to create more wealth is to actually leave your profits in your own trading account and let them compound. If you do just that with the same 1% risk, with the same trade strategy we just talked about, you'll almost triple your money in just a year. That's how powerful compounding is. And I want to show that to you so you can see the math. Now, in this example, you'll see the very first line here is a demo account for that first month. So you're not winning or losing at all. You're just learning in that first month. You're protected. So you're not using live funds in this example until month number 2. So you start with $500. When you run across to the end there, you've got a $50 gain that we just showed you. By carrying that $50 profit over to line 3, your starting balance on the next month is $550. But because you're risking a percentage of your starting balance, your potential to make more money increases throughout the year as your account grows. So again, we're not increasing the risk. You're still insulating from risk. But by the end of the year, you went from a $10 max profit to a $25 max profit per trade in this ultra conservative model. But by leaving your profits in the account month over month to compound consistently over the year, you started at 500. You could end the year at almost $1,500. That's a 285% growth just by doing something small. And if I can impress upon all of you anything, it's that your strategy shouldn't be to make giant moves. It should be making small, consistent moves. That's the secret to winning with this, right? You can see just by keeping your profits in, look at the growth that happens there, right? But what the magic is when you do it year over year. When you play the long game, you go from the year 1 of about $1,400. By year 5, that could be $138,000 by doing the exact same thing and just leaving your profits in to grow. That's the power of compounding that you can do with your trading. Now, the great thing about this whole model here is that if you're looking at this and saying, this is great, but I may not want to wait for 5 years, you actually can fast track this. Because someone thought enough of you to bring you to this presentation or show this to you on the replay, you actually have access to an ability to fund your account with other people's money. And I'm not talking about your friend's money. I'm talking about the compensation plan. Just by having 3 different people, sign up and get as excited with you, you'll basically be making the same amount of money as you were paying for your membership. So now your membership is free. So rather than pocketing that $100, add it to your account. You were already spending that anyway, so you're not going to miss it. Add it to your account. And if you do that, starting in month 2, simply adding that to your compounding, you've now grown your account by doing the exact same thing, not increasing your risk, just increasing your contributions. Now you have a 690% growth over that year. This is when you start to see significant gains. And like anything else with compounding, you don't tend to see it in the first couple of months. It tends to have an effect that keeps growing exponentially. But simply by doing this one small extra, by getting the free membership, do that in month 2, and you drastically improve the rate at which you're growing your profits. But because you have access to additional compensation, you are in a better position than most traders out there who have to find the money on their own. They have to scrimp and save and sell things. You don't. You have access to a compensation plan that you can use to fund your account to grow that same profit. So rather than spending 3.5 years, you can do that in 1 year just by tapping into the program that you have your hands on. When you reach, a level where you're getting an extra $400 a month, a lot of people do that in month 4 as a one-star director. You can actually get a $400 a month compensation. Add that in at month 4, move it up from the 100 to the 400. Now you're looking at a 1,500% growth. Remember, again, you're not increasing your risk. You're increasing the compensation that you're using to fund your long-term savings. And it gets even better, because if you make it to the second star, let's say that you do that in 6 months. Now you're getting an extra $1,500 a month minimum. Put that in your account starting in month 6. Now you're looking at a 4,000% growth and $20,000 in your account at the end of the year. Folks, you just grew that without increasing your risk from $500 to $20,000. That's the power of the compounding and small moves consistently. You don't need to risk. You should never risk more than 1 or 2%. You can unlock significant wealth and life-changing money just by following a system, doing it consistently, and increasing your profits faster without increasing your risk. And at this point, what I'd like to do is I'd like to bring on Kelvin, because Kelvin has done an incredible job of putting a system together that teaches capital preservation, teaches new people how to do this risk-free from the beginning, and teaches people how to not make the mistakes that most people make. And Kelvin, I can't thank you enough for the teaching and for the way that you vet the traders to make sure that not only are the trades coming in at roughly 70% win rate, but they're also continually underscoring and underlining the benefits of that conservative play, so people aren't making mistakes and they're not blowing their accounts.
Thanks, Ken. That was a really great presentation you did there. Great job. It really shows, the possibilities of what can be achieved when, you follow a system and you're able to compound your earnings. And having a system is really one of the, the biggest differences between someone who is a successful trader and someone who isn't. And you need to have a trading plan, and more importantly, you need to be able to stick to the trading plan, because you can have one of the best trading plans, trading systems in the world, but if you don't stick to it, then what's the point, right? But believe it or not, being able to execute a trading plan and not deviate from it is actually a little easier said than done. Reason being that in reality, when you're trading, you're going to be dealing with a lot of emotions. You're going to have the urge to revenge trade when you take a loss. You're going to feel euphoric when you win, and those emotions really affect your decision making when you're trading. But when you're following a system and you're risking 1% per trade, like Ken showed you, you layer that with the technical analysis, the trade ideas, in the live sessions that we sent out every day. Trading can be really simple, and we make it really simple for you guys. We designed a system that would not only minimize your risk and protect you from all the pitfalls that most traders had to go through, like myself. Not only do we protect you from the risk, but our system allows you to maximize your gains through compounding. And as a travel trader, you actually have a huge advantage, because like Ken said, you can take that money that you earn from sharing this opportunity to grow your trading account and allow that money to compound. And that's something that I wish I had when I started trading. I wish I had the opportunity to do something like this, be able to compound money and make it grow at a exponential rate than just taking out money and paying bills and that sort of stuff. Compounding is actually really a really good way to grow a small account to a big account, as long as you're not needing that money for anything, But when I first started trading, like many of you guys can probably relate, I blew a few accounts. I over leveraged, I revenge traded. And when I took a loss, I would, double down and try and make it back. And I'd end up losing a lot more than I should have. And it was just a vicious cycle of that for the first year at least. And then I decided to, step back a little bit from trading live. I started trading demo for a while. I did a lot of back testing, and I really focused on developing my strategy, how I approach the markets, and really developed a good trading plan. I would, journal my trades. I would review them. I would figure out, why I took the loss here, how I could have minimized my losses, And for my winners, I would try and figure out how I would have maximized my gains, right? But lucky for you guys, we kind of done all that for you already. And, we also have really great tools in the back office that Ken showed you, like the position size calculator that basically tells you exactly what you should be risking and the position sizes that you should use to risk the proper amount. So all that stuff really minimizes the margin of error. And, so if you think you can follow a simple system like this, like the one Ken has laid out for you today, come try out the program and see for yourself, how it's like to be a trader. And, you get to trade with the professionals, you get to learn from them, you get to ask them questions. If you're interested in crypto, you can ask them about crypto, commodities, Forex. We chart everything. And, if you like what you saw today, definitely try us out. Potentially, you might be able to make travel trading a career. You never know, right? And where you want to be like a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, that's really all up to you. And, like Todd always like to say, to ignore, this explosion that's happening in the financial markets, especially in crypto, it should be considered a financial crime with everything going on. And, we've been giving out a lot of, our crypto ideas that we've been researching. We've been finding a lot of hidden gems that we share with our members. There's one called Audio that has been almost 3x since the last time we called it. So we do a lot of, research on these things, and we provide you with, great projects to look at and great trade setups to take. And, you can take advantage of these trade ideas and be able to, earn an income trading in the Forex and crypto markets. And with that, I'll turn it back to Todd.
Hey, Ken, Kelvin, by the way, absolutely unbelievable. I'm on here commenting with people that are on social media, and Daryl's texting me. I'm getting texts all over the place. People absolutely freaking love this. I mean, they have the same reaction I did, Ken, when you first presented it to me, a short time ago. And I mean, again, for everyone out there, you started with month one, no money. You didn't risk anything, right? Just demo. In month two, you put $500 in an account. You never risk more than $5 on any one trade. I lost a trade today. Oh, I lost $5. And who cares, right? They pretended that they only win half their trades. They don't win half their trades. They win 70% of their trades, but let's just pretend we only win half. They pretended that your downside was $5 and that your upside was $10, but in all reality, the upside's $15, the downside's $5. They majorly, curved the ball and said, we're just going to cut that number almost in half of what we normally do, right? Ultra conservative. Then they pretended, in fact, Mr. David Hart made that comment today, 4 months to go 1 star. I mean, well, why 4 months to go 1 star, right? Let's just pretend it takes you a while to do it. Ultra conservative on how long it takes to go 1 star, 2 star, and you took $500, used other people's money, the magic of compounding, never risked more than $5 on a trade, and turned that into $20,000 in 12 months. Now, what Ken didn't show you is what if you went out and did that again in year 2? What if you did that again in year 3, year 4, year 5? You saw that account that, pretend you don't add any money in. If you just do the original one, you saw Ken, it was like $1,400 at the end of 12 months, $1,400. At the end of 5 years, it was $130-something thousand. Well, if you could take 500 to 20,000 year 1, not 1,400, and you continue to do that for 5 years, right? I mean, gang, the number gets too big, you won't sleep tonight. And so this is where we kind of talk about it's doing the small, little basic things that appear to make no difference at all, but repeated over time. They're giving you the proven plan, the proven, strategies, the trade signals, right? Again, they win 70%. They're looking for trades where you're upside is $3 that you can make for every $1 you risk. But again, in the assumption they curve that back. And guys, I think it's just, you're painting the picture. You're showing the step-by-step. You're building into the story, the narrative. Don't risk your account 1%. And I can tell you that as somebody who's not even been a big trader, right? I mean, his team is all over the world. He's been crushing it with the travel. Hasn't really spent a lot of time on the trading. He heard this story one time and one time only. And he's like calling everybody like, you need to be on the Zoom tonight, right? I mean, we're at dinner tonight, right? I mean, we literally had to run over and get some food. He's like, man, we got to get back for that Zoom, man. We got to get people on there, man. People are missing out. I mean, he's become an evangelist, right? And that is none other than the great Daryl Roberts, who I have the pleasure of being with, in Hawks Cay. Unbelievable resort. But Daryl, this strategy that Ken just outlined, and I already know what you're going to say, but it is unbelievable.
Guys, I'm just jacked sideways. Is the microphone on?
Yeah, you sound great.
I'm just jacked sideways. All I can say, this reminds me, this moment, this day, reminds me of the time when Maria and I got married, and that's how excited I was when I married Maria and she married me, and we began our life. I believe this time, with what you guys have just presented, in a way that regular folk like myself can understand it, can comprehend it. This is what, I hate using this term, but Ken and Kelvin, this is a no-brainer. And if you don't have $500 to put in and get started, that's what we call a CLUE. You need this even more than you think you need this. I'm just so overwhelmed and excited about this. So many people, we look back, some of you might have been like me and think about, man, what would my life be like if I was back in the day when McDonald's just got started and before anybody even knew what a Big Mac was, or, when Microsoft, Bill Gates just got going in Microsoft, and you had a chance to get some of that early stock, or with Apple Computers or Google or any of the big companies, Amazon today. What would your life be like today if you were there on the inside, privy to that information and what they were getting ready to do? Well, that's what I equate what Ken and Kelvin and I just got to thank Dave Hart for, and literally, this financial bracelet right here, Freedom Fighter bracelet. I mean, that's really taken on a whole new twist based on what you guys are bringing in here this evening. You can never say ever in your life, those of you that are watching live or in the recording of this or whatever, that you never were in the right place at the right time. There's no debating about it. You're in the right place at the right time. Now you just got to do the third thing, is take the right action. Start taking the classes. Start with number one, get the demo account and start this process. So Todd, this is a game changer. Our world is changing, and sometimes it's changing right in front of us. We don't even see it. We were in the Bay Area dropping Aaron off at Cal. And a couple of things I want to expand on here is, Todd, the name of that company is, Maria? FTX, right? It's a huge cryptocurrency company. Cal just released, exchange, thank you. Cal Berkeley just released 48 hours ago that company is now have the naming right on their football stadium at Cal Berkeley. It was one of the owners, co-founders there is an alum of Berkeley. They gave Cal $17.5 million to put their name on it. So guys, we're seeing all of this happen. Todd's going to even talk about what they've done in the major with the Miami Heats as well, how they've taken the name as well. So it's happening for us over and over again. We cannot keep letting these clues come past us and just keep disregarding it, because what's going to happen is you're going to miss out, and things are going to happen in your life that it's the only thing that's left for you is regrets. You don't want that. We were coming across the Bay Bridge. It's one of my favorite bridges. I remember as a little kid, my dad took us across the bridge, several times, and you handed the money to the person, they gave you the change back. It's just unbelievable, just the experience of doing that. We just went over the Bay Bridge. There's not a person on the bridge anymore. It says invoice or fast track. That's the only way you can get across the bridge now. You go to the grocery stores, you see they're pulling everybody over into the self-service aisle. You do your own thing. Todd, the restaurant that Todd and I and Gina and Maria were just at, they had a robot that they put the food on, and it took the food, robot waiter took the food to the table. So jobs are moving away, guys. Life is changing, and we all have an opportunity to be part of one of the biggest trends in our lifetime, and it's happening right now. And Dave and Adela for putting this together and connecting with Kelvin and his company, and Ken, the way you articulate the information, something would be wrong with a person to say no to this. So we got to fight whatever that some people call the demons that are going to stop you from, trying to say, although that sounds good, but it's not really going to work. Guys, you need to fight that. Your retirement, it could literally be in the balance. So I hope you guys understand what these guys have just presented to us, and they're going to have little audio clips for us to use to market. But first of all, sell yourself first. Start plugging in the program, and as you start showing this to other people, I believe over the next year, 2 years, there's going to be millionaires. It's my humble opinion as an individual, not as corporate. There's going to be people over the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years, multi-millionaires, just because of what you heard this evening. So I'm in 110%. Thank you guys so much. Todd, back over to you.
Hey, Daryl, you're going to love this, by the way, because when Ken got done, Ken texted me, right? And Ken said, hey, that was a little rough tonight. I know I can, present it better, get the kinks out. I wrote back verbatim, if this is the rough one, wow. Yeah. If this is the rough one, wow, right? I mean, so I think that because I'm watching the social media, I think that everyone that heard the story tonight just had their, the veil pulled away from their eyes. They're like, I see the vision of turning 500 in to 20,000 using Dave Hart's money, right? Using other people's money, using the compensation program. And by the way, that was incredible tonight because we were literally at the restaurant. In fact, for those of you that can look at Daryl on the screen, if you look over by the mirror, you can see a paper bag with 2 little hooks coming up. That's his food from the restaurant, right? And so we just got back and we were over there having this conversation. And then I've never seen this in my life. The little robot literally goes by me and Daryl, we had to get out of the way. And Daryl starts like videoing this thing. It's like, there's no human. The waiter got fired. The robot's taking the food to the table. Things are changing. I think he's gonna pull up the video here. It was absolutely incredible. You looking for it?
Yeah, I got it right here.
There it is.
Now, the only reason they have a waiter behind this one, because the other ones that passed us earlier, is that they had too much food on the cart, so the waiter had to follow them. But on the other ones previous, the machine went out all by themselves, took it to the individual, and they just grabbed it off there. It had the table on it, and it's programmed to do that job. Todd, things are changing, and we all better understand that. And Dave Hart, Adela, man, I just thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. This room is beautiful. Hawks K, if you guys didn't show up today, you missed it. It's going to be amazing the next 4 or 5 days, hanging out with Todd, Gina, Dave, and all the other people that are here. We have an amazing company, a company that's doing things that in my 30 years being full-time in this industry, I have not yet seen done. And it's only the beginning. What Dave is bringing out for 2022, guys, again, it just pales in comparison to what we have right now. And what we have right now is way up there. So I couldn't be more excited. Again, I'm so happy they met you, Kelvin and Ken and you guys that are part of this. You're going to change lots of people's life. We need to get you one of these Freedom Fighter bracelets as well. Or at least Dave doesn't have to do it. But I'm just excited if you can't tell.
Yeah, and by the way, speaking of the place that we're at, for everybody out there, we're at Hawks Cay. Again, if I walk out of my balcony, it's the ocean. You got the pool. You got the big fire pit right now. You got the palm trees. Then you got the ocean. When we got here tonight, and we're here for like nothing, because if you tell 3 people, as Ken mentioned, you're not earning points for free on the travel side. When we got here, they had a big reception for us out on the dolphin deck. Now, they call it the dolphin deck because they have 6 dolphins here. You're literally hanging out with the dolphins while they're feeding them and they're doing tricks, all that kind of stuff. You're sitting there, like right next to them. And they were serving appetizers and drinks and all that kind of stuff just for us, just for the Trevorium people. We have the breakfast included every day. I'm only kind of covering this to kind of give it the sense of the kind of company we're with and what we're doing on the trading side, what you just saw tonight. I mean, this is absolutely going to change lives. We're excited about this. There's all kinds of tools that are going to come out. The guys will talk about a little calculator that may come out where you can punch in some numbers. It will do all of those numbers you saw that Ken doing tonight, where you can actually like simulate that for illustration purposes with a prospect. There's some videos they're doing, slide deck, the slides you saw Ken do tonight. We're going to be incorporating that into the regular presentation. We're going to make that slide deck available so that all of you can have that, be able to go out and share the story. Obviously, Ken, it was his first time doing it in this kind of a forum tonight. And of course, obviously, as he does that a few more times, he'll get it down where it's just perfect and it'll be recorded. And you're like, oh my gosh, John, Mary, Sally, trust me, you need to see this video. And then you have them watch the video, let Ken do his thing, and you're going to be obviously painting that vision for people. So Ken and Kelvin, thank you so much. And Kelvin, by the way, you made a comment. I mean, you made it so quick, it went by. One of the cryptocurrencies that Kelvin and the trading team have been pushing. I mean, what'd you say, Kelvin? It's tripled since you guys brought it up a short time ago.
Oh yeah, Audius.
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 Yeah, and so Audius just did a deal with a little company out there. What's that little company's name? Tick something.
TikTok.
Yeah, that's it. TikTok. Yeah. Little tiny company. Maybe some of you heard of it. They got, I don't know, a couple hundred users, something like that. How many users they got, Kelvin?
I think over a billion, 1.5.
Yeah, about
a
billion users, right? So these guys are pushing, hello, McFly, right? They're telling you, buy this coin called Audius, right? And you think that they got the crystal ball over there telling people this thing is going to be big. And then TikTok says, you know what? That we didn't hire iTunes. We didn't hire Spotify. We didn't hire any of that. We are going with Audius, this cryptocurrency technology built on the blockchain, right? We're going to use them for uploading music to TikTok, right? And again, I mean, this is massive. And now the coin's going through the roof and it's just getting started. We're still at the very, 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 very beginning. But where do you get that kind of information? I don't know. Maybe if you bought a subscription, you would already know that. I mean, so many people are worried about $99. They're literally walking past a fortune. It's like, I mean, you're focused on the wrong thing. If you're worried about $99, you really need the program. I mean, you really need the program. So, hey, with that, guys, unbelievable, incredible. I really wish you guys were here with us because there's no doubt we'd have a blast. We're going to do some jet skiing tomorrow. We got reservations for the steakhouse. We're renting a fishing boat. Mr. Hart's going to take us all out fishing on Friday. We're going to go do some deep sea fishing. There's going to be a whole lot of cervezas involved, I'm sure. We'll be trading as we go, risking no more than 1%, letting compound do the magic, following the trade signal. So guys, wish you could be here, but thank you for everybody out there tonight. If you are fired up, we recorded this video. It's on Facebook. We actually recorded it separately. Hey, you need to share this video with about 20 friends. Everyone on your team needs to see this video. It is a whole new game. Everyone on your prospect list needs to see this video. So your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to go out and share this video with about 20 to 40 people in the next 20 to 40 hours. Thoughts, Daryl?
Man, again, just pumped up and excited. The ship is right there in the harbor on the deck, and all we got to do is get on it. So, we always complain about different situations not being at the right place at the right time. Guys, we are there, and we can create a financial fence that nothing can penetrate. But you have to go get the demo account. You got to get started. And if you do that and you follow the plan 1%, and we'll have the cartoon. Ken, we'll have your cartoon blows me up every time I watch it. It is so hilarious. We'll have some funny things that we'll all put together. Ken will take the lead on that. But guys, this is it. Dream big tonight. There's no magic in small dreams. This is something that can change your world. By being on this call tonight, your trajectory in life literally changed if you take action now. So God bless you guys. Todd, let's have some fun here this weekend. I'm sure we're going to be on phone doing a lot of three-ways, and that's great. But I can guarantee we're going to have a lot of fun this weekend. I wish you were here.
Enjoy, guys.
So Daryl, you said have some fun, right? So for those of you that have not seen some of the videos,
yeah, go ahead. Show us, Todd.
We're gonna show a funny video from Ken, right? So I'm gonna try to get the mic up here. This is the Candy Crush video. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but here we go. Hold on, see if we can get this to work.
Here's something I don't understand. The average person, they spend 38 minutes a day playing at the Candy Crush on a phone. 38 minutes. They say they don't have the time, but they get the 38 minutes to crush the candy. And yet, it only take 15 minutes to get it set up in a demo account. Risk-free, learn to trade. Do you want to crush the candy, or you do want to crush the bills and be financially free, huh?
Do you want to crush the candy, or do you want to get financially free?
You guys,
Huh? Did you get it or not?
I'm
Did you hear it?
reminded you were going in and out. So I don't know if it was going in and out for everybody else, but it was going in and out.
Yeah, we might. I think we were obviously we're on the hotel Wi-Fi.
We'll start a web page. We'll start a web page or something and put those on there, because not only are they funny, they're educational and they really tell a story, even though he does it in a fun way. But it's the truth, and the truth will set you free.
Yeah.
So I love them. Keep them coming.
Yeah,
kids.
these little videos that kids recording, we're gonna get them up because you're right. We want people to be able to share them. You guys can send them via text message. You can send them via messenger. Some of them are like 20 seconds. I think the longest one's like 30 seconds. I mean, they're all short. They're funny and they're great icebreakers. I mean, you can literally send this to someone. People are cracking up like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. At the same time, he's making a point. I mean, you're sitting around playing Candy Crush 38 minutes a day. You want to crush the candy, or you want to crush your financial situation? Learn how to set up a free demo account. And you send to someone and they're laughing, but then you can kind of come back and say, hey, I mean, have you ever traded before? You ever done this? You ever done that? And then you can send them the real Zoom, right? So they're icebreakers. They're a lot of fun. Again, there's a whole series of them, guys. In fact, I know I'm not going to play them, but I'm just going to give you guys a kind of a sense here, if you guys can see my screen. And so there's a whole series of these, Daryl, I got to send to you, of different ones, different situations, different situations that you guys are going to be able to use that are a lot of fun. And just so you guys know, you hear the voice, you see the face, the big eyes, the big lips. That is our man, Ken FX, that's on there, creating a little humor and keeping it light for everyone, keeping it simple, keeping it light, keeping it fun to help you guys duplicate and go out and crush. So until next time, enjoy. And Mr. Daryl, we got Hawks K, so good times ahead. Everyone, tomorrow night, we're going to be broadcasting our regular opportunity presentation. Daryl and I are going to be doing it here live from Hawks K. We'll be talking all about the day. It's going to be incredible. On Saturday, we got the training call. In fact, we're going to try to get Mr. David Hart on Saturday. We might even try to get maybe Ken back on Saturday. In fact, you know what, Ken, if you're available, let's just cover this concept one more time on Saturday. Turn it over to you. Just let you run through all the numbers. You don't have to show the back office. Just show the the duplication, the compounding effect. I don't think we can train on this idea enough right now to get people familiar with it. Yeah, Daryl.
And Ken, you have to debut a new video on Saturday morning. So get another video. We'll debut it Saturday morning.
Absolutely.
That's
So,
the hook.
so with that, guys, have a great night. Appreciate you guys so much. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Kelvin. See you, Daryl. Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.